you were here or you were not here on Wednesday or Thursday, we did this understanding ratios. So the first three problems I'm going to go over with you, you're going to see that there's three different ways to solve them. So we're still going to go on the same premise of trying to find an equivalent ratio. So if you take a look at number 1, it says a classroom had 35 glue sticks. If the ratio of glue sticks to glue bottles was 5:2, how many glue bottles did the classroom have? It seems overwhelming at first, but my suggestion is always pick out what the two things that we are comparing. So I'm going to use S for glue sticks. Well, if I write that down correctly, glue sticks, and then we're going to use B for glue bottles. If you don't do this by labeling them, then you're going to forget what numbers are actually being associated to each one. Now it says here, the glue sticks, that is going to go with our very first ratio number. So we're going to put 5 here, and the bottles obviously are 2. Then it says that we've got 35 glue sticks in our very first sentence right here. So we know that 35 must go up on top since it's associated with our sticks. And then we're just going to make an equivalent ratio. So if you know your multiplication facts, you do know that 5 times 7 equals 35. And then I'm going to take that same factor and multiply it by 2 to get 14. So when it says how many glue bottles did the classroom have, our answer is 14. And I'm just going to write it over to the side here. Number 2, here is another way. A student finished 8 of her homework problems in class. If the ratio of problems she finished to problems she still had left was 4:1, how many homework problems did she have total? Now, the word total obviously means we're going to have to add something. So regardless, we're always going to start off with what the two things where you're comparing. So first of all, we're going to compare the ones that she finished to problems she still had left. So I'm going to use finished F and then UF for unfinished. It doesn't matter what abbreviations you use, but that's what I'm just going to use for this example here. Now, it does give us another ratio here, 4:1, and we just have to realize, well, the problem she finished obviously comes first, and that's associated with our 4. So that must go up on top, 1 on the bottom. Okay. And now there's one more important clue that it does give us. It says right up here that she finished 8 of her homework problems. So that is part of the finished. So 8's going to go up on top. And then we look for a pattern. Well, 4 times 2 equals 8. So I'm going to multiply this 2 also down here, and we get 2. Now, she has finished 8, and she still has 2 more to do. So our word total back over here indicates we have to now add these 2 together because she has a total of 10 problems. So our answer for number 2 is 10, not 8, not 2. So you have to add them. It's only one answer. Okay. On number 3, I'm going to move this up a little bit right over here. This is the third type of problem that you're going to be encountering. Okay. It says on Saturday, a library checked out 52 books. If 24 of the books were fiction, what is the ratio of nonfiction books to fiction books checked out? So the first thing I'm going to look at is see what are the two things I'm comparing. So I'm going to use F for fiction and then NF for nonfiction. Now it does tell me right up here that 24 of the books were fiction. So I know that 24 must go up on top, but I don't have any information that tells me about what nonfiction was. It also does not give me a ratio like the problems 1 and 2 did. We're going to actually have to come up with the ratio for our answer. So in order to figure this out, if you haven't already noticed it, if we have a total of 52 books, 24 of them are fiction, we know that we're going to have to take 52 and then subtract the 24 to get our missing value of nonfiction books. Okay, so when we do our subtraction here, we get 28. That's how many we've got left. But like I said, our question is asking what's the ratio of nonfiction books? Since that is coming first, that's the number we have to put first. So our answer is going to be 28 to 24. Okay. take a look at number 4. I'm going to move this up over here. A recipe called for the ratio of sugar to flour to be 10:3. If you use 70 ounces of sugar, how many ounces of flour would you use? This is just like problem number 1. So, two things that we're comparing, sugar, flour. Our ratio is 10:3. Sugar's coming first, so 10 is going to go up on top. Our 3 over here. It does give us more information, 70 ounces of sugar, so 70 is going to go up on top. Look for a pattern. 10 times what equals 70? That's 7, so 3 times 7 equals 21. Question's asking how many ounces of flour, so our answer is 21. Number 5, at a bake sale, there's 72 raisin cookies sold. If the ratio of raisin cookies sold to oatmeal cookies sold was 9:1, what is the combined amount of raisin and oatmeal cookies sold? So we got a little bit of information, and as well, hopefully you have realized combined amount. This is going to be similar to problem number 2. So two things that we're comparing, raisin and oatmeal cookies. They are giving us a ratio, so we can fit that information in here. So raisin was 9, oatmeal was 1. And then they said over here, 72 raisin cookies, so 72 is going to go up on top. Now we just have to find out our missing value. So if you look for a pattern, 9 times 8 is 72, and 1 times 8 is 8. But the question's asking us the combined amount of raisin and oatmeal cookies. So just like number 2, we have our information. If 72 raisin and 8 oatmeal, we add those together, and our answer is 80. Okay. Number 6, Caleb had 136 songs on his MP3 player. If he deleted 56 songs, what is the ratio of songs he kept to songs he deleted? So this is just like problem number 3. So we've got two things, songs he's deleted and songs he kept. So I'm just going to use D for deleted, K for kept. Now it doesn't matter if I put K up on top and did this vice versa. As long as you are associating the correct numbers to whatever you have, then you'll be fine. So he deleted 56 songs, so we've got our 56 right over here. It's not giving us a ratio, so it looks like we're going to have to do something to figure out how many he kept. So over here, we've got 136. That's the total. So if we take our 136 and we subtracted 56, then we have 80 songs left that he kept. Well, the ratio of songs he kept, since kept is coming first, we've got to put our 80 first as a ratio. And then to our deleted is 56, and that is our final answer. When you get to the graded sheet, be very careful on what the questions are asking you for. So there's going to be 3 different types of questions. One is where you're just going to have to give what certain amount is. In problem number 5 and number 2, it's going to want you to add the 2 together to find a combined amount, okay? And then the third type of problem that you're still going to encounter is where they want you to write the ratio. Just read carefully which word is coming first so you get this correct. All right? So if any questions, let me know. Thank you.